Good evening. Welcome to the East Bridgewater Board of Selectmen's meeting for Monday, April 25th, 2022. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. I will now open the open forum portion of our meeting. Anyone here for open forum? I know the town clerk is anxious to come up. I just suggested.
Basically, just want to remind everybody about our upcoming annual and special town meeting, which will be Monday, May 9th at 7 p.m. at the Junior Senior High School in the auditorium. And then that Saturday, May 14th, is our annual town election. Polling hours will be 11 a.m. to 7 p.m. Voter registration has already closed for the town meeting and also for the election. So if you're registered as of now, you're good to go. And that's it.
Anything else?
I don't think so.
How are our dogs doing?
We still just have 6 outstanding dogs from last year,
Great.
and we're just about ready to ramp up for this year.
Good.
And the second mailing of the census is still rolling in.
Okay.
And then once we get a good number of those in, then we'll get the street listing going.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Anyone else for open forum? With that, I will close the open forum portion of the meeting. Madam Clerk, we could go into tonight's agenda.
Yes, we have a public hearing on Elmwood Court, and we have a few action items, and that's it.
Okay. We'll open the public hearing for Elmwood Court. Could you read the...
Yep. Town of East Bridgewater, notice of townway layout hearing. Notice is hereby given that the Selectmen of the Town of East Bridgewater will hold a public hearing regarding the layout as a townway of the following: Elmwood Court, as shown on a plan entitled Schoolhouse Place, definitive subdivision as built, roadway as built, site Elmwood Court, East Bridgewater, Massachusetts, prepared for AGS development, prepared by Silver Engineering Associates, PC, dated March 9, 2022, a copy of which is filed with the town's planning building department. Copies of said plan and legal descriptions are on file at the Board of Selectmen's office, Town Hall, 175 Central Street, East Bridgewater, Mass. 02333. You are hereby notified that a public hearing regarding said layout will be held at Town Hall, Main Conference Room, East Bridgewater, Massachusetts, 02333 at 6:00 p.m. on Monday, April 25th, 2022. Board of Selectmen, David Sheedy, Chairman, Peter Spagone, Jr., Vice Chairman, Carol Julius, Clerk. Dated April 13th.
Thank you. Mr. Seeley, could you give us a little background on this?
So just to, for everybody who here already knows this, but just for the record. So the town, in order to maintain and plow streets, has to have those streets accepted. Elsewise, they're the responsibility either of a developer or the landowners or property owners who live on those streets. And the process is that, for instance, for a subdivision where we're establishing new roads such as this, it will go through the planning board, they approve a subdivision plan, including the roads. Eventually, the work is done on the subdivision and the road, and is brought back to the planning board for approval, which they've done, but the Board of Selectmen has to hold a public hearing, notification to the residents on the street that the town intends to accept that road. And then it can move forward to the town meeting in a couple of weeks.
Okay. Thank you. I know we have some residents from Elmwood Court here. Would anyone like to speak? Okay.
They're just here to make sure we do the right thing.
Okay. Any questions?
No?
Okay, with that, I will entertain a motion to close the public hearing.
I'll make a motion that we close the public hearing.
Second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Okay.
So what will happen is there is in fact an article at the town meeting for 2 weeks from today, and the townspeople will make a decision via the vote. But there'll be a recommendation from the Board of Selectmen, the planning board, to approve the article. There'll be a motion to that effect, and then the townspeople will be able to discuss and then vote on it.
townspeople will vote on it?
Yes, sir.
And when will that be?
At the annual town meeting in 2 weeks, on May 9th.
May 9th?
Right. It'll be over at the junior, senior high school, I believe. Is it 7 o'clock, Sue?
7.
7 PM?
Yeah.
So we need to make a motion now.
So that's when the meeting starts. There are about, I think, 18 articles on the warrant. For instance, the budget gets voted on before most of the other actions. So don't expect at 7:01 we'll be voting on this.
More like 10 o'clock?
Well, I would hope not.
Okay, we'll entertain a motion. Madam Clerk?
Yep, I make a motion that we approve the layout of the Townway Elmwood Court as printed.
Second. Any further discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Thank you. So the Board of Selectmen has given their approval to move it on to the article at town meeting, so bring yourselves and bring your neighbors and bring everyone to that meeting 2 weeks from tonight at 7 o'clock.
Great.
Okay, thank you. Madam Clerk?
Yep. I make a motion that we approve the minutes of the April 11th, 2022 Board of Selectmen's meeting.
Second. Any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
I make a motion that we approve proposed services with NFP for a period of June 30th, 2022 through June 30th, 2023.
Second.
You're welcome.
Thanks for coming in.
So just for the record, NFP is the consulting firm that we use to review the town's health insurance.
Right.
The reason for continuing to have a contract with them is that this will be not fiscal '23, but fiscal '24 will be the year that the town will need to make a decision through the board about which insurance plan we would like to have for our health insurance. Right now with the GIC, there might be no interest in making any changes, which is fine, but we would get a recommendation from our health insurance advisor. If the town wanted to, it could start comparing various plans, see if there were other possible consortia around that might be interested in East Bridgewater participating. Depends partially on our track record for health insurance, but that's why we have a contract with them.
Okay. Right, any further discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
I make a motion that we nominate Nancy Hill as the Old Colony Elder Services Board Director for East Bridgewater for the period of July 1st, 2022 through June 30th, 2023.
Second. Any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye. Gladys Farron Cottage.
Right, it's, I think it was something that was brought up early on when I started here. So my understanding is that the town has tried to sell the cottage to have it removed and has not found a interested party, even for $1. Unfortunately, the next step then would be to have to go out to bid possibly for the demolition to get it removed that way. But it would need the Board of Selectmen's approval for me to start that process. Obviously, if we're asking someone to demolish it, I'll probably have to come back to, if we have a special town meeting this fall, for the money to do so. But the process will take a certain amount of time anyway.
I thought we had already voted on to authorize demolition, but maybe not.
We can do it again, just to make sure.
With this one, we'll do it every night if we have.
Either that, or we're gonna rehab it for a youth center, that's all I can think of.
I guess you haven't been invited inside yet.
No, I've not been invited.
Then we'll let that go.
Okay.
All right. Any further discussion?
Would you like me to make a motion?
Yes, please.
I make a motion that we pursue the option of demolishing the Gladys Farron Cottage at 137 Central Street.
Second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Thank you.
Union North Bedford yield sign request from resident.
Right. So Catherine Belchelder had written to the board a couple of weeks ago about the possibility of having the stop signs at the corner where Union Street intersects with Route 18 North Bedford Street turned into yield signs that would allow the traffic on Union Street or West Union Street to go into Route 18 without a full stop. Yield in this case is you're checking while you're moving to see if there are oncoming cars that might collide with yours if you in fact moved along. We did pass along to the police department. The police department is firmly recommending that we do not make a change. But in addition, because we'd be dealing with Route 18, we would have to get permission from the Department of Transportation for that. As little as I'm familiar with East Bridgewater, I've been by that intersection enough times.
Because
and
it's right by the candy store.
Right, exactly, and the library. I go to both.
Don't forget the library.
Sometimes it's both. Sometimes I go to both of them at the
Brings
same
the
time.
candy to the library.
To know that, no, this would probably not be a good idea. I understand the frustration for folks who are on Union Street and want to get onto Route 18, but however, they can go the alternate route, get to the intersection, use the traffic light. It may take a little bit more time to do that. But the frustration of having to wait there is more important, is less important than not having accidents there. And at the speeds of the traffic that go along Route 18, even if they're slowing down to get into an intersection, we would see a number of collisions and injuries and such. So I would certainly back the police department's recommendation. However, under the traffic rules and regulations for yield signs, stop signs, things like that, falls under the board of selectmen, so that the residents come to the board and ask for a change. I did not think it was wise for me to take that on as a decision for myself, but certainly recommending to the board that you courteously indicate that there be no change.
And for the record, we've had studies done on that by the state year after year after year, and it's been the same thing. It's just they don't feel it's necessary to put permanent lights there. And I drive Union Street 2 or 3 times a day, and there is no easy way of doing that. I do go down Hobart, up Maple, and go through the satellite, so it is an option, at least from Union Street. West Union Street, there's really not much you can do on that end. Okay,
Safety first.
right.
Chief, do you want?
I mean, based on the southbound side of 18, you're splitting into 2 lanes there heading south. Yeah, I mean, the yield would just be unreasonable there. Coming out of Union on the northbound side, you have a big blind spot looking towards the center. You gotta come to a complete stop. Most people creep out, during rush hour in the morning or in the afternoon. Exceptional, a lot of traffic in that area now, especially as the town grows. But the other way I read her thing was she wanted 18 to yield if people were going across, and you'd have to go through DOT, and that's just never gonna happen. It's not gonna be recommended.
Thanks, Chief. Motion to disapprove.
I make a motion that we not approve a yield sign request at the intersection of Union and North Bedford Street.
Second. Any further discussion? All those in favor?
Aye. Then we have one additional action item. I make a motion that we approve the signage request from resident Susan Wolf to decorate the town gazebo the month of May for Children's Mental Health Awareness.
Second. Any discussion?
We've done this before.
Yeah, they don't really decorate the common. What they do is they put, the facilities director will kind of put a green film on the lights in the
Okay.
common, so it'll shine green.
Okay, very good.
Any further discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
And that's it for action items.
Thank you. Mr. Seelig?
I just have a couple of reminders. This Saturday, April 30th, from 10 to 1, at the Center of Sachem Rock, 355 Plymouth Street, the community shredding and prescription drug take-back event will be taking place. They will also take needle disposal, oil-based paint, and large batteries. There's more information on our website. We also still have free COVID-19 tests available to residents of East Bridgewater. They are at the fire department Sunday through Saturday, 7 to 8 p.m., 7 a.m. to 8 p.m. The Board of Health, 8:30 a.m. to 6:30 p.m. Tuesday and Thursday, and Friday. We close at noon. The Council on Aging, from 8 a.m. to 6 p.m., and then Friday, 8 to 12. That's it.
And we also have a public forum on Tuesday, May 3rd, over at the junior senior high school at 7 o'clock to present information about the proposed sanitary district and the $11 million proposed bond authorization that would go towards the construction of the necessary infrastructure for the connection to the Brockton sewer system. And everyone obviously is very welcome to attend. We're trying to get as many answers as possible for people before town meeting and before the votes at town meeting.
And you're gonna do a press release for that?
Yes, I already sent out a note to our firm asking if they could put something together. So they've been very good about a turnaround time. I could even imagine that before I get back to my desk, they'll have something. If not now, tomorrow morning,
Great.
and we'll get it out.
Good, thank you.
One question came up from a resident. The map that we're using, there's a red line showing the entirety of the district. There are several parcels that have been colored simply because they are either the largest landowners in the district or we're aware of some development efforts on those parcels. Simply because a parcel is not colored, but is within the red line, you're still in the district. You'll still be able to participate in the district. The color is just for identification purposes. It's not for eligibility purposes. If you're within the boundaries of the red line of the district, you're in the district.
Okay, thank you.
I know there's been some discussion about it on social media, and, because I put it up there, because people asked about it, but I encourage everybody to come to the forum to get the information right from the source and not listen to rumor or their neighbor, but come to the forum.
Anything else, Mr. Seaver?
I do not, sir.
I'm
More
good.
discussions?
No, I'm good. How about you?
No, I'm good. Anyone out there just want to add to, we don't want to run this too long.
Oh, the only other thing, Pam Aducci, our treasure collector.
Oh, did you
Treasurer
start?
collector,
Yes.
start.
Yeah, today.
I know that she and Marilyn Thompson are going to be doing a little bit of an overlap during the next couple of weeks, but Pam did start today. We did a little meet and greet here this morning. There's a lot of carbohydrates now sitting in the treasure collector's office, all breakfast varieties. If people need to munch on anything for the rest of the week, I suspect there'll still be stuff. But I'm very glad to have both Marilyn and Pam here. I'm looking forward to working with her.
Terrific.
Do we have anyone else on the, in the foreground from Halifax that we're going to bring over?
I'm not releasing any of that information at this time.
We appreciate that.
I drive through Halifax very carefully.
I just borrow someone's car. All right. Nothing else, I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn, Mr. Chairman.
That would be second. Thank you. And remember Election Day, remember the town meeting day, remember the forum. The forum is very, very important. Thank you and good night.